stop, and landing 13 left if that's available.
Papa Hotel Tango, India Mike, Palm Springs Tower, squawk 6250.
6250.
Papa Hotel Tango, India Mike, Palm Springs altimeters 2985, radar contact about 10 miles west of the Palm Springs VOR. Presently landing runway 31, you're requesting straight in for 13.
That's available.
Ever correction, Papa Hotel Tango, India Mike, make straight in runway 13 left and clear to land. Wind is 0905.
Clear to land, runway 3 left, Papa Hotel Tango, India Mike, thanks.
Palm Springs clearance, Pilatus 4658 is type PC final slam call request clearance to Vegas S file.
Pilatus 4658, Palm Springs clearance. Good afternoon. Unable to give you S file, and I'll be full route standby. Pilatus 4658 is cleared to the Las Vegas Airport. VFR Cathedral 1 departure procedure to Palm Springs. Victor 370 to 29 Palms. Victor 538. Cresso. Join the Cresso 3 arrival. Maintain 7,000. Check flight level 2405 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 126.7. Squawk 6316.
Pilatus 4658 is cleared to Vegas with Cathedral 1, Palm Springs, Victor 37029, Palms, Victor 538, Cresso 3, initial climb 7,000 expected cruiser FT5, departure 167, focus 6 plus 6
Pause 4658, free back is correct. Tango Mike, connect to the ground via Echo.
Taxi to the land via Echo, remaining on this frequency, Papa Hotel Tango, India Mike.
Ontario Tower, Cessna 237 Charlie Alpha, approximately 4 miles to the west, inbound to land.
Number 237, Charlie Alpha, roger, inner left, traffic. Left downwind, runway 26, left, report base.
Enter left downwind for 26 left, report your base, 237 Charlie Alpha.
Charlie Tower, United 242, on the visual for 20 right, returning for right bridge starting.
United 242, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind 170.3.
Clear to land, 20 right to land.
Near 520 Yankee Kilo, Palomar Tower, runway 24, clear to land, wind 210 at 1. Number 237, Charlie Alpha, runway 26 left, clear to land.
6 left, clear to land, 7 Charlie Alpha.
Palm Springs ground Pilatus 4658 is trying to weather going for taxi.
Pilatus 4658, Palm Springs ground, runway 31 right, taxi via Echo and Bravo.
Trail right via Echo Bravo 465.
Riverside Tower, good morning, November 2903 Alpha with you on the ILS.
Number 2903 Alpha, Riverside Tower, good afternoon. Runway 900 clear low approach, report miss.
November 2903 Alpha, low approach, runway 9, next to the
Palm Springs Tower, Pilatus 4658 ready to go trail right at Bravo.
Pause 4658, Palm Springs Tower, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
Shift takeoff trail right Pilatus 465.
Here's our Yankee Kilo, roger, taxi into the ramp via Alpha. Pilatus 4658, contact hotel departure.
Contact departure 465.
Cessna 7 Charlie Alpha is clearly active, taxi to the GA parking base.
We're 7 Charlie Alpha, and on this frequency taxi to the south ramp via Sierra.
Southbound via Sierra with you, 7 Charlie Alpha base.
November 2903 Alpha going around.
Number 03 Alpha, confirm going around or going miss?
November 2903 Alpha going missing.
Number 03 Alpha, roger, execute the published missed approach procedure.
Flying public mid-approach procedure. November 2903.
Piper 2903 Alpha, contact SoCal departure.
Contact departure, 03 Alpha.
Number 03 Alpha, departure frequency 135.4.
135.4 for departure. November 2903 Alpha.
Ontario Tower, November 516 Delta Mike, inbound ILS 26 left. Or 516 Delta Mike, Ontario Tower. Good afternoon, Ontario. Wind is calm. Runway 26 left, clear to land.
26 left, clear to land, 6 Delta Mike. Ontario Tower, November 36. Correction, 516 Delta Mike, clear the active uniform, taxiing to the south apron.
Number 6 Delta Mike, roger, taxi on south ramp via Sierra. Remain on this frequency.
This here on this frequency 6 Delta.
Riverside Tower,
Tower, runway 27, clear to land.
Clear to land on runway 27, 03 Alpha. Riverside Ground, November 2903 Alpha. In Alpha, request taxi to the transient parking.
Number 2903 Alpha, Riverside Ground. In the future, don't switch to the ground frequency unless you're told to do so. Should stay with Tower, exiting the runway all the way to the whole short plane. Stay on this frequency for now, taxi to ramp via Alpha.
Taxi to ramp via Alpha. Okay. But via Alpha.
Runway clear. Runway clearance. November 6th. Charlie Mike at Cherokee. I would like to attempt to I-4 rating today.
Cherokee 76 Charlie Mike, Jolly clearance. Good evening, good luck on the I-4 destination. Will be, let's go, Kilo, Oscar X-ray, Romeo.
That's Kilo, Oscar, X-ray, Romeo. 6 Charlie Mike.
Yes, sir, good luck.
I'm going to sign off and collect some information for this destination. I'll sign back in. Is that okay?
Absolutely, just report when you're back with the I-4. And how long do you think it'll be? It's not going to be more than an hour, is it?
No. I have to file and get some charts and plates.
Wonderful, yeah, I'll still be here, so it shouldn't be a problem. And we'll look for your flight plan to come through. Which you guys have.
Las Vegas Tower Plus 4658 visual 1 hour right 4500.
Plus 4658, Las Vegas Tower, runway 19 right, clear to land, wind 1807.
Clear to land 1 hour right 465.
Plus 658, exit right, taxi into the ramp via hotel, remain on this frequency today.
Exit right, ramp via hotel, ramp frequency 58
Ground number 95 for Whiskey Alpha's Hyper Comanche PH4/Alpha. Taxi to active VFR east departure with weather.
Calling Long Beach Ground, need you just to verify your call sign, please.
Sorry about that. 916 Whiskey Alpha. November 916 Whiskey Alpha.
Comanche 9016 Whiskey Alpha, Long Beach Ground, roger. And just confirm VFR eastbound.
Eastbound at River East Ramp, just south of River.
Comanche 9016 Whiskey Alpha, roger, runway 26 right, taxi to Kilo.
Okay, 25 right via Kilo, 916 Whiskey Alpha. Long Beach Tower, November 916 Whiskey Alpha, holding short of 25 right Kilo, ready for departure via parking east.
We're 916 Whiskey Alpha, Long Beach Tower, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff, right downwind departure, approved.
Clear for takeoff 25 right, right downwind departure 6 Whiskey Alpha.
Good day, Palm Springs, ground scanning Hotel Tango. East Red, India, close traffic, 31 right.
Papa Hotel Tango tonight, Palm Springs, ground, say good aircraft type.
For a Cessna Sky.
Skyline Tango, any might, thank you, runway 31 right, taxi via Echo and Bravo.
Echo and Bravo, 31 right, Hotel Tango.
We're 791 Juliet, towards ground left, clear.
Okay, Sky 791 Juliet. We see there's no clearance delivery with this field, so would we get our departure instructions with tower or with ground?
Always go with the lowest, so we'll start with ground, just say your intentions.
Okay, Sky 791 Juliet. Type Cessna 172 on the south numbers with the numbers requesting VFR advisories to
Number 791 Juliet, roger, departure frequency 134.9er, squawk 2061.
1249 is 2061. So that's 700.
Got 901 Juliet, read back, is correct, are you ready to taxi now?
In a couple of minutes, just gotta go into the sun. It's Sky 700, south numbers,
Sky 791 Juliet, roger, runway 29 right, taxi via hotel, correction, taxi via Alpha in Juliet.
29 right taxi by Alpha and Juliet, Sky 700. Palm Springs, Tower, Skyline Papa Hotel Tango, Mike is holding short runway 31 right, Bravo, and ready for departure, close traffic.
Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday.
well, you're not really decided, but you're contemplating doing all of the CAT ratings.
Yes, I want to start at least. Yeah.
That's really, really good. And the first CAT rating is flying from a non-towered airport to the next. So it's actually already quite based on the stuff that you already know, I guess. So it wouldn't be that hard. I think you can even manage to fly one right now, but that's not what we're going to do.
No.
We're going to do a training flight in preparation of that first CAT rating. Awesome. Z Camera, hello. GPB, good to see you as well, buddy. How are you doing? That's a long time no see. Awesome. Yeah, so let's hop into our wonderful simulator here. So, shall I brief you on the flight that I had in mind at least?
Yeah, because I don't have an idea. You made a training for me, right?
I set it up for you, but if you like to do anything else, let me know.
Yeah.
Boom. There we are. So this is the map. We are currently at this airport, Bakersfield. And you can see it's a little bit purple magenta colored, so that means that it's non-towered. And if you look closely, you can see a little bit north here on top. There's a bigger airport, which is bluish, right?
Yes.
The blue circle, so that's a Delta class airport.
Delta.
So that's a towered one. And you can see that that tower airspace bit is very close to our airport here. So generally, we should stay a bit more to the south, even though PilotEdge is not live. It goes live at 5 o'clock.
No,
it's
but
now 3 o'clock, but anyways.
Don't mess with the system.
Right. So I picked, as part of your destination airport, this one here, Taft Kern.
Okay.
Which is, again, a very tiny, cute little non-towered airport, but it's close by, and I think this would be a great first exercise of just, again, getting the hang of navigation, because I know
that's the biggest problem.
well, that's what you think.
Challenge.
But I can tell you, if you get any IFR pilots, at least on Twitch or on Flight Simulator, and you ask them to fly VFR only on the map, so only using dead reckoning as they call it, so looking at the mountains, and they would have a tough time. So even though you think, oh my gosh, you cannot even fly without using any navigation, it's quite hard to do that. So I think that nailing this navigation cross-country stuff is really, really cool.
Okay.
So yeah, this is the flight. What do you think?
Looks good.
So it's very, very short.
Yes, but it's a good...
yeah, I think it's a good exercise. And you can see there are lots of other small little magenta non-towered airfields around, which can actually be a bit confusing.
Yes.
So that's also why I picked this area. So again, you can mistake one, right? That's the first one. You can see some lakes, and you can see a big highway here. So you got lots of, I think, options to...
From an educational perspective, it's a very nice flight.
Yes, I did a very good preparation here. But in addition, if you like, I think you're also ready to understand a bit more about radio navigation.
Yeah.
So the beacons, because those are so reliable, those things. So you don't have to rely solely on what you see outside that lake, or you can potentially make all kinds of mistakes. But a radio beacon, well, mostly doesn't lie that much if you use it correctly. So if you like, we can also mess around with that. But if you think that's too much, and I just like to do this, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall I give you a quick explanation, perhaps, as a starter? So, if you look at the map, you can see some beacons here that have these huge compass roses, as you can see, right? With here.
Yeah.
You can see 24 and 30, and that's a compass rose here. 0, so that's north. That's magnetic north to the top. And if you zoom out, you can see that there are actually many more. Can you spot other VOR beacons here on the map, other than the one that I just pointed out?
This one, right, fellows?
Exactly, that's one. Can you spot another one?
Here?
Exactly. So those are VOR beacons, and those are really, really handy stuff. They're just, well, machines, or it's just a base there that you can, it just sends out radio signals. And the cool thing about it is that it sends out radio signals in every single heading from that. So if we can just put the ruler here, you can do like this, and we just take the center of the radio beacon. Then this little beacon, and every beacon just like it, sends out for every single degree an unique radio signal. So there's a unique radio signal for the 00 course, for 030, all the way around. And the cool thing is that in our own cockpit, we can tune in to
Yeah,
that
I know,
particular
yeah.
beacon
Mhm.
and pick up any of those unique radio waves, or whatever you can call it, beacon waves
Yeah.
or radio signals and so. And that allows us to fly towards these or from these beacons, even when we don't have any visual reference outside, because we can just look at an instrument in our cockpit and we can fly towards it. So the only thing that I'm going to show you right now, you can think about this in just a sec, is just to tune into a radio or radio beacon, so you can fly right directly towards it. And you have an additional, more reliable way to navigate, because then you, well, that thing, the technology doesn't really lie that much, which is a very handy, necessary step. You can tweak along with more buttons and stuff that you also like.
And you can use that for the CAT rating as well.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. By the way, for the CAT rating, that's CAT rating 1, you will be flying from Oceano, from here, also non-towered, really nice airport. And you will go all the way down to New Kuyama.
Okay.
That's the first CAT rating flight. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly nearby, as you can see.
Yeah.
I also thought, well, we can also fly to that airport, but I thought, well, perhaps that's a bit too much, and we're just going to fly
it's
that.
nice.
So
Short
just
flight.
a short flight, and you can practice the same thing. So, first question for you, if you like.
Shall I put down the heat or?
Oh yeah, good one. I will turn down the heat. Yeah. What radio beacon, if you look at the map, what radio beacon would you think can help you guide yourself towards nearing that Taft Kern airport, our destination airport? I mean, sometimes the beacon is exactly on top of the airport that you like to go to, but most of the times it isn't. So it's more like an intermediate kind of,
I would say fellows.
Exactly, fellows. Exactly. So that would give you a general direction from any point of view where you can go right towards it, right?
Yeah.
So if we would take off from Bakersfield here, and we would fly straight towards Fellows, then we would fly something like this, right? Which is not too far off from our actual desired track that we like to fly to our destination. So this is a way by which you can use a VOR beacon, which is pretty good. Now there's another more advanced way that I already talked about with you a long time ago, but I think I'm gonna
It's like so that you have a heading from which you want to enter, right?
Exactly. Are you ready for that already? Because that can make life even more easy.
Yes.
Yeah, really? That's really cool. So what you can also do is, referencing this from Fellows, you can also say, well, what radial, what signal, heading signal from the beacon from Fellows, do we need to fly exactly on towards that beacon to fly over our destination airport in this case?
Yeah.
So that would be right on top.
250 degrees.
You can see it's an arrow. It's an arrow. The other way around, the inverse is 70 here. So
it's same as the
yes,
runway,
yes.
almost.
So what you could do is you can even set that instrument, and I will show you in just a sec, to 250, and we will only pick up. We're only interested in that radial, in that particular signal from the VOR, and we can fly right towards that. So like you're suggesting, that we are flying towards the radio from that particular heading, and then we know for sure that if we follow that heading inbound towards that to the beacon, then we will eventually cross over our destination airport.
Yes. Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is a really nice old-fashioned. Well, now obviously now GPS is coming into our cockpit, so you just have Google Maps in your computer, so you don't actually.
Yes, but this is nice.
But this is the old school way. Exactly. Exactly.
Hey, finish.
Very good. Yeah. So that's the new bit, I think. So what we could do is just plan your initial flight like you would. So without using the radio navigation, how would you go about flying from our departure airport to our destination airport? What kind of reference points do you see? What are your considerations in general? And then once we're flying, I can show you how the VOR, the radio beacon stuff works, if you like.
Yeah.
So I would say just do the same thing like you did so well in the previous flights. What do you see on the map? Okay, we need to go. We're gonna go on a holiday to Taft. How are we going to do this? How are we going to fly there without crashing into
Um,
anything or getting lost?
Okay, so the first thing is that there's a delta airspace, and we need to make sure that we don't cross it. And the delta airspace is this smaller circle, right?
Exactly.
The other one,
Yeah, the dashed
the
one.
with the
Yeah, that's a bit confusing at times, but you can distinguish
with
the
the
delta airspace. Yeah, with the compass rose numbers, you're going to see 24. You can see all kinds of digits.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also a lot bigger than usual.
Yeah, okay. So we would need to be careful about that, but the... how could you see it again? There is this... Oh yeah, it was this number, the 30.
Very good.
So it is only relevant if you're flying... Yeah.
Yeah.
From the ground to 30,000 feet.
Exactly. That's the actual airspace of that towered airport. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if we fly any way outside, so laterally outside it or above it,
Yeah.
then we are totally free willy. Hey, Miniwebs, good
Yeah.
to see you.
So where does it... So how can you be sure that you don't
Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, that's a
get
tough one.
into it? Because, well, the elevation of the airport is 378
Very
Bakersfield.
Very good.
So your traffic patterns would be 1378.
Very good.
But that's in the range of the...
Exactly.
But I would think that we don't go too much because...
Too much north. Very good. Even less, I think. And this is from the middle of the airport. Yeah.
But it's a minute flying, yeah. So maybe we would cross it, right?
Yeah. With the traffic pattern, you can expect that the traffic pattern would keep you
Oh yeah,
out
but
of
we are
that.
not necessarily doing that.
Yeah. So you could also say, well, we're not going for this reason. We're not going to fly northbound, but we're going to stay south. So in this case, if you look, you can already see the extended center lines here. So this is 16 down, or 160 heading, and 340 up. So let's hope that runway 160 or 16 is currently active at Bakersfield.
But also the
Very
weather.
Very good. What's the weather doing
METAR.
at Bakersfield?
It's green, so that suggests VFR weather.
Good.
VMC.
Very good. Oh, I love you. Yeah, I think you need to...
Yeah, so there's a wind of 270 degrees, so it's not that... not that strong, but...
3 knots, yeah, 3 knots exactly.
The direction would be indeed pleading for using... Well, no, it would be for using the other one, actually.
Exactly, but because it winds calm, because it's below 5 knots or sometimes even 10 knots, you can actually pick any runway. It doesn't really matter that much. And there's another consideration, as you know, what are the other possible aircraft doing currently at the airport in terms of AI traffic?
It's not that busy.
It's not that busy at the moment. No, that's true. But I think there is a Cessna flying here, but I'm not quite sure. We'll have to see. And perhaps anyone that is now listening to the stream might jump in PilotEdge and go to Bakersfield and join you.
Is this the scenery that Greg made, or?
Yes, I think. And
is
talking
this
about
the one
that,
with the Easter egg? That's why I was looking at it.
I think Greg GPP
is it that
put.
one?
Yeah, let me have a.
Or is it another airport?
No, I think you're totally right. I totally forgot about that. I think he put uncertified pilot there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uncertified pilot services. That's awesome. Thank you again, Greg. Yeah, I was laughing.
Yeah, that's really, really cool to have. So, if we can choose, we would like to use runway 16.
Yeah, because then we're going south.
Yes, and then we would fly.
Yeah, what you can do also handy with ForeFlight, you can press this and you can draw it to any point and just let go. And you can either say if you put
but I know.
hit. Yeah, okay. Sorry.
So if we would not use a beacon, right? That's
yeah. Just the toughest thing is just flying on visuals, and you can use radio navigation as an supplemental aid or something like that. And I will show you
Yes, well.
while we are airborne, just to play around with that first.
There are a lot of small roads.
Yeah,
Well,
too many
there's
perhaps.
a bigger highway that you would cross. This one. This one right here.
Yeah.
So you could say something like when you cross it, you go here, like
That direction? Yeah, so you make a right turn.
yes.
Yeah,
But it's not that
exactly.
good because it's if that road's not there, then we will be flying for a very long time.
Exactly. So the challenge here, as you're already noticing, is because there's so many roads and stuff, it's not that obvious what kind of a reference point you
Yeah.
could use.
I have no idea. There's a little bit of water
Where?
here. This
Yeah,
one,
those
little
rivers there.
rivers.
Yeah, there's rivers, but there's another water thingy where your track is already going right over it. Your current flight plan track is already crossing
Oh,
something.
that one.
Yeah,
this small one.
exactly, exactly.
Yes, but I can see it when I'm flying here,
Yeah.
right?
Perhaps, yeah. I think it's perhaps a bit too far away. There's also a general way in which you can navigate. I mean, at best is just to pick reference points on the maps,
Mm-hmm.
but you can also just pick a general heading,
Oh yeah.
which is not that reliable, but it's a good start. So you could say,
Yeah.
well, from departing, what general heading do we need to fly?
Yeah, so there would be something like this.
Something like that.
240 degrees.
Exactly. Which would bring us towards the right direction to fly. It's
Yeah.
still not that reliable, but it's a good start. I mean, a compass is a compass.
Yeah, and then you could spot indeed that lake.
Yeah, and first, something else. As part also of a reference point, which is not really
Those
a point.
highways,
Yeah,
or-
exactly, the highways. It's not really a point, but it's a guiding line, or we need to
Yeah,
cross a
two.
huge... Yeah, two, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And also
and
a...
the railway.
And the rail, exactly, very good.
Yes, and then you should already see the airport.
Yeah, and if not the airport, then perhaps also Taft City itself, the yellow
yeah.
stuff, which is also part. That's also the use of just flying with photoreal scenery here on X-Plane. That stuff is
Yeah.
relevant too.
Yeah, and what you can see afterwards is that there's kind of a mountain surrounding it.
Yeah, very good.
So
Beyond the airport, yeah,
you should remain in that
very good.
area.
So you also know when you're flying too far.
Yeah.
Good.
So something like that, but it feels like it's not enough. Like it's still a little bit, you know, if the lake
Shaky.
is dry,
Yeah, then you're done for.
then we're heading to China.
Yeah, and this is exactly this is exactly why the radio beacon is so handy.
Okay, so that's where that comes in.
So where that comes in. Yeah.
But visually, you would not use any other
No,
points
I
than
think
the
you're
ones we
pretty. No, I
covered.
think you're pretty complete. I mean, another way you can go about it is to perhaps pick another airport here and fly over that, but it's quite out of the direction that we need to go
Yeah.
to. So I don't really prefer that. You also see some obstacles. You can see these bigger points here.
Yeah.
These are obstacles at 500 to 500.
Okay.
I think 218 feet above the ground.
Okay.
But I don't know whether those are actually implemented in X-Plane that precisely.
No.
So I think I would not rely on that.
Well, and we will fly higher than that.
Sure. But perhaps
And
you
we
could see it. Yeah.
Even need to climb a lot more because the area is quite a bit higher than our airport that we left from.
Yeah, the 37 that you're looking at
Yeah.
there in the sectional. Yeah. So that shows you. Do you know? Remember?
The highest point in this entire square.
Square sector, exactly. So somewhere there, I mean, even that surface can be quite flat and low leveled. If there's one obstacle,
Yeah.
I think it's based also on obstacles that is very high. Then yeah,
Yeah.
for that sector, that's the
Yeah.
minimum safe altitude.
Okay. So
So I think
visually, you would take into account those highways, the railway, and the lake
yes,
with a direction of 250 degrees,
exactly.
which makes sense. Yeah. Well, yeah. And using the beacon would help us find a way to
Exactly,
enter the,
fly on it. Yeah, and that's the
yeah.
that's the big advantage of using the Fellows VOR. It's just beyond the airport there.
Yeah.
And I will show you that once we are in airborne. We can also do some circling just to have some fun with the VOR. It's not that difficult at all, but I think it's a great. It's also necessary for you to know how to fly those, but it's
Yeah.
also such a handy tool, and especially in these cases when you're not really that sure. I mean, last time we were flying from French Valley to Hammett Ryan, or what was it?
Something like that.
And
yeah.
we had all those lakes. It was almost like those natural reference points were guiding you towards your
Yeah,
destination. So
yeah.
it was much easier. But this now it becomes a bit more tricky, which is exactly why I chose this flight for you.
So in our destination airport, we also see VMC weather conditions, but also wind of 270 degrees, which would make a lot of sense to descend on the runway that we're heading towards. So we could land
On 2.5,
on
yeah,
2.5.
yeah. That's another topic that we can talk
I
about
can
here.
do a loop and a
Yeah, exactly. So this was indeed.
But it is possible, right? On towered airports to just go in immediately.
Everything is
announce
possible.
it,
Yeah, obviously, but it's not
appropriately.
recommended because you don't know who is there. There could also be AI traffic there that does its own thing.
Yeah.
So the FAA, so the airspace police, recommends us to first fly over the airport outside of the traffic pattern, so a bit higher, just to see what's going on here, and then to do your position report and say these are my intentions.
Yeah.
But I don't mind if you just fly in here. Also for the cat rating, it doesn't really matter that much, but it's good that you consider that stuff. MiniWebs, the enriched autogen package for XP really expanded those towers into. Oh, that's a good one, MiniWebs. I will have a look at that. Thanks. There's actually some additional scenery that we can put in,
cool.
so that those towers are there as well.
Okay, let's.
I think you're ready.
Set it up.
I think you're ready.
I think so too.
Let me see. Do you know where you are parked?
Well, there's one yellow airplane.
There's one yellow airplane.
There.
It's over there. So
That's where we want to. So we want to go that way.
Yeah. So you have a general idea of what you need to do. So a left turn and then onto the taxiway. Yes.
Yes.
Alrighty. She is yours, I think.
Yes.
I see that you're reloading all of the checklists and procedures. Okay, I'm now in a cockpit.
Yeah.
How does this work?
Let me see. Let me first reset this thing. Okay. Okay, do some checks. I know this one. Oh no, first I need to.
Yeah, so the first stage is, do we have a cold and dark Skyhawk? Yeah, you can also
Field
already
information
tell me that.
uniform. 1800 Zulu weather. Wind light and variable.
Oh no,
Visibility
I don't need
10. Sky conditions 3000 broken. Temperature 6. Dew point 5.
Let me see. This is all working. What did I need to check?
So the first,
I forgot it all.
yeah, it's usually your work with flow. So the first thing is make sure that the park and brake is set,
Oh, yeah.
and it is, I think, also with the Cytec panel. I think, yeah, it's in sync. Yeah, so that's important. So then when we start the engine, so we don't roll off. And usually what I do is just use a circle and just go around the entire cockpit, and you can do that as well. Yeah, exactly. So the trim is set. Is the throttle aft fully back and the mixture?
You need to check this as well, right?
Yeah, that's true. We never talked about that before, but it's set in the proper
I
position.
know it from my flying lesson.
Oh yeah, very good. Your real world flying lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is also good.
Initially, yeah. You know that when you start the engine, then you need to put that full in. Exactly. Check the. You're just doing a first check. It's like you're.
Oh,
Hey,
doing
why are
something
my
different.
data? Wait a minute. Something is turning on here. Some data points. Don't know what's that coming from. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Data. Ref. Gone. I messed around with some shortcuts and. Anyways, yes.
Let me see. This one worked as well.
Very good. It's almost like you're a bird and you're stretching your wings and you're just checking whether you're fit to fly. Making sure all the systems work. Because now you can still roll back into the hangar. Rudders. Yes.
Okay.
Good. Oh yeah. Still my data reds are still turning on. Let me see. Yeah, how does that work? I will just take a quick sec. No. I have to look into that. Then I will just turn it off.
Okay. This is working. I already set this to altimeter.
Very good.
It's working. This is, but this I cannot check, right? Because I need the motor running for.
Yeah. So what you can first do is just use these stacks here, the radio stacks. So you can say, well, we're going to turn off these systems before we start the engine. So we can just see whether the displays are working. So you say, well, those are working, and you go to the left here. You already checked the annunciator message thing there. And what you can then do is, for example, check the heading. Is it in sync or not?
No.
Totally not. Exactly. Very good. So there should be an S near a south to the top of the heading indicator. Let me see what it is. Very good.
Something like this?
Yeah, so you can also lean a bit to the right to have a better view of the cockpit. So it's 165. 165. I think you're pretty good. Yeah. Awesome.
Maybe a little bit like this?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter that much as long as it's nearby for this VFR flight. It's fine. Yeah, the heading bug you can set to your
250, right? Because that was the.
Oh, that's also a good one. Good one. You're not going to fly any traffic patterns here, so you can indeed set it already to your departure heading. Hey Ed, good to see you as well. Welcome to the stream.
So.
Good.
That's here or?
Let me see. I think it's that little line just on top. 2.5 was it right that you want to set it? 2.5. Yeah, that's there it is. Very good. So you check the systems, you check the flaps, you check you're checking the instruments. This looks kind of okay. Then you got the fuel here, which is plenty. We're going to talk about that in another lesson. Yeah. And it looks good.
Okay. So now we do it off and then start the system, or?
Yeah, well, usually I don't remember how we taught you how to do this, but usually you should only turn off the avionics switch, so that first thing here, because otherwise you might damage the engine. But I don't know if we ever trained that. So now you can start your engine if you like. Think about it conceptually. Very good. Blood in, mixture in. That's too much.
No.
No, I think it's a bit too much. I think you're really gonna run the engine quite hard. But let's see. You have the parking brake on.
Yeah. Oh. No. Wait. Shit. Wait.
This is interesting. Okay, why did it shut down? Do you know what's happened? What does this lever do, this red one?
I forgot the fuel pump.
Yeah, exactly. You can see that it doesn't really matter with the default 172, but that's correct. So usually you just pump some blood into the engine first so that it's able to do its thing. Now, it's already, so now you already put in the mixture, so now there's blood flow going in if we start the engine, so that's good. And you started the engine just fine. There it goes, and turn it back to both. That one back to both.
Wait. Stop.
You still have the starter in start, so you just put it into both. That's it, and now it's running. And what you did in the previous run was you pulled on the mixture. So you cut off the blood flow, and then you kill the engine, right?
Yeah. But the pump needed to be off then. Or not?
For the start, initially, you forgot about that, but again, this Skyhawk is not that realistic, so you didn't really notice any
but
difference.
it needs to be on and then off, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you put that fuel pump on, then you push in the mixture, so
Yeah.
you pump some blood in,
Yeah.
and then you turn off the fuel pump, and then you do your start. And it's important when you start, when you do the ignition, that you turn that one back to both, because otherwise you will still hear that.
Yeah.
Ying, ying, ying,
Yeah,
ying,
yeah,
ying,
yeah,
ying, ying.
Okay.
So that's the idea.
Okay. Okay.
You can try again if you like, just for
No, it's
practice. Okay, so there goes the avionics. Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Wait, I wanna do it like this. Oh. 122.8.
Very good.
And the other one is also.
Yeah. Also want to.
Okay, so we don't need to switch.
Exactly. These are shared. That can be the case.
They don't have a weather.
Very good. Yeah. No ATIS,
thingy.
no AWAS or
Okay.
ASOS. So an alternative, what you can do, you can see that this airport is very nearby and bigger
Yeah,
airports.
so we could
exactly.
use. What was it? CTAF or ATIS?
ATIS. ATIS.
What's CTAF?
CTAF is the frequency that we are on right now, where there's no where pilots can talk to each other
Oh yeah.
when they are inbound or outbound.
Okay. Okay, so we should
Very good.
listen to the.
Meadows Field Information Uniform. 1800 Zulu weather. Wind light and variable, visibility 10. Sky conditions 3000 broken, temperature 6, dew point 5. Altimeter 3012. Arriving runways 12 left, 12 right, departing runways 12 left, 12 right. Advise on initial contact you.
She said 3012, right? For this
I
one.
think so. I'm not quite sure. You can set. You can also zoom in with the scroll wheel if you like.
30, because that's not. Should be a little bit more like this. Right?
Yeah.
3012.
No, now it's okay. Here's the one.
Yeah.
Here's the center thing. So now you set it on 30.0
Oh.
something.
Yeah. Hey, wait. Am I? Oh yeah.
Now you can
Oh.
press it or you can change it. Yeah. So yeah, to the side. Yeah, that's
that.
3012. Now you can
Okay.
check. You can verify now. So the
Yeah.
altitude airport
Yeah.
elevation is now 300 something else, 380 or so,
Yeah. Yeah. That's. I
and it
remember
corresponds. Very good.
That. Yeah. Okay. And now we also need to do the beacon.
Yeah, very good. We're going to already set it. Yeah, please do.
It's navigation 1.
One. Very good. Yes. And
So-
what's the beacon code? So we're going to use that Fellows VOR, right? Because it's nearby our destination airport.
Yeah.
What's the frequency? Can you see it?
17.5.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah. But we need to do more than that, right?
No, that's the that's the initial
With
thing. That's the initial thing. We can do that
Okay.
in once we are airborne. So this is just, you're completely set, I think.
But how do you do that then with the 250 degree?
That's here. So here you can see that. Let me
Yeah.
give you a so I can show you. So this is the nav 1. This is the nav 2.
Yeah.
So we are using nav 1, like you set the frequency, and here you can set any particular radial, as it is called. So
Yeah.
any particular heading for that beacon that you'd
Yeah.
like to fly on. Or
Yeah.
so in our case, we are primarily interested in that 250 radial, right? Wasn't it? 250
Yeah.
or whatever we. I don't know. I don't know by heart anymore what
Yeah,
the
yeah,
course was.
yeah.
250. And then you're gonna.
Yeah.
You need to make sure here there's a reading here.
2.
Two. Yeah, that is 2. We're gonna
Yeah.
go to that beacon. You can also
Yeah.
fly from it, and then it's actually exactly the inverse heading. And then what you need to do, we're going to try that once we are airborne. This center is where we are relative to the track that we are interested in, that 250 radial. So in this case we are here, so that track is now to the
Yeah.
left side of us. So we're actually, if we're going to catch this radial, that particular
Yeah.
heading, we need to fly a little bit more to the left. And once we're flying to the left, then this thing is going to go
Yeah.
a little bit center until we are exactly on that 250, and then we're going to fly 250.
I find that thing very strange.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I can imagine. I will tell you once we are flying. It's not that hard.
No, but it's weird. Yeah, well, okay. Okay.
So very good. You got a good running engine.
I think we
I
are
think so
set.
too. I think so too. I think so too.
So do I need to switch to nav 1 once we're flying, or is it already now in the...
It's already set. So the frequency is set and we are receiving. You can also see here, if you look at the radio panel,
Yeah.
there you can see just downwards, you can see FLW,
Yeah.
which should be the identifier of fellows.
Oh yeah.
You
Sounds
can see
like
here,
a fellow.
FL, yeah.
Yep.
So you can see that it's already
okay.
tuned in and it's working all of the time until you got an engine or an
Yeah.
equipment failure. But
Yeah, okay. But I associate VFR weather, especially if it's as good as we have now, with like blue skies, but this is cloudy and grey and...
yeah, well, it becomes marginal VMC
Yeah?
once the cloud layer is below 3,000 or below.
Yeah.
So if the clouds were at 4,000 feet, you have an entirely overcast, so all clouds, but they are above 3,000 feet, and it still can look like a gray day. But technically, they still call it VMC. So VMC or VFR weather, or the green signal on the fourth light, the green bulb, doesn't mean that you also have clear blue skies. It's just that from that altitude on. So
Okay.
yeah, you can.
Yes,
You can
So let's just recap, because I think I already forgot everything.
yeah.
So we are taking runway 16. We are then flying until we have the beacon thing going on.
Well, yeah, I would suggest to first fly your initial plan. So just that
Yeah.
general heading and the visual reference points that you plan to do. So that was a right
that was
turn.
flying 250 degrees. Well, it's actually then the same as our beacon, right? Because
And
it's also-
well, eventually we will
Yeah.
play around with that.
And then we see 2 highways, a railway, a little lake, and then the airport.
Exactly. Very
Okay.
good. So that's your first reference, I guess, and then we can play around with
Okay.
the VOR.
Let's get rolling.
Very good. Do you know where to go to?
Yes.
Good.
Oh, do I need to make an announcement first?
You can. That you're taxiing to.
Where are we? Bakersfield. Bakersfield traffic, Yellow Skyhawk, currently at the ramp, turning to runway 16 for something. Bakersfield traffic. I thought I need to say something like traffic patterns, but then I thought I'm not going to. And I thought,
Exactly.
how is it called when you leave? And I thought I don't.
You're departing.
Sorry.
You're departing.
Yeah, that's.
And you're departing runway. You're
Yeah.
departing on a heading of 250. That's what you
Yeah.
could have said. But
Okay.
that's fine. You can also say that again when you're doing your takeoff. It's totally fine.
Yeah. But there is a problem. I don't think anyone heard us.
Oh,
Because the
very
prom is not on.
good. That's a good one. So again, you have a
I
second
have
chance.
a second chance, so only you guys saw me make this beautiful announcement.
Hey Ethan, good to see you. Welcome on the stream. Happy Sunday.
Okay. Bakersfield traffic, Yellow Skyhawk, currently at the ramp, taxiing to runway 16, departing the airport with a heading of 250 degrees. Bakersfield traffic.
Very good.
Not okay. Yes. So look whether there is any traffic.
Good.
And we're off.
Nice. Always keep your right hand on the throttle indeed. And slow and easy. Nice. Very good. So yeah, you're totally right. So if you see VMC or VFR, the green, the greenish on ForeFlight, that doesn't mean that you always have totally blue sunny skies. It just means that the weather is good enough for us VFR pilots to fly without much worry. And so you can still have, like today, have a significant cloud layer there, as you can see on top. But it's so high that technically for us VFR pilots, it's still VMC weather. Hey Digital, good to see you.
Hey. I know I'm going a bit too fast, but it's a long runway.
Good. It's very controlled. You're taxiing really well.
But it's a bit too fast, right?
It's a tiny bit too fast.
You once compared this to running speed, like jogging speed. Well, I don't jog at
This
this
is
speed.
marathon Olympic gold medal.
Sprint level. Yeah.
Alrighty, coming up to the start of the runway. So you can see on the yellow taxi sign here to the left, 16, and that corresponds to the runway that we need to go to.
Yes, if we now have the wrong one, I
I did that a couple of times.
Long way back. Okay.
Very good. So
I need to put on the strobe lights and the landing lights.
Very good. You forgot about that last time, and now you remembered.
Yeah.
Good.
And I'm doing my announcement. I look for to see whether something's coming.
Very good.
Or not. And so what do I say?
What do you say?
Like appropriately.
Well, you did just fine, like usual. Well, what you just said with the departure. So departing.
That was a bit messy.
No, not at all. You say after departure, flying and heading of 250.
Okay. Okay.
If you're really precise, you could also say the altitude that we didn't talk about with your flight plan. How high are you going to fly?
Well, we did cover it a little bit. I need to climb to like 3.7-ish.
Oh yeah, that's
But we need to know the elevation of the
destination airport as well for the traffic pattern. Yeah, very good.
It's 858.
1858.
Yeah, for the traffic pattern.
Yeah, so 1900.
So it's a
rounded
bit higher than this one.
So how high are you going to fly for this flight?
Yeah, well, the 37, right?
Well, you could. Then you're totally safe. But perhaps there's just that 300 or 3,700 is perhaps based on some obstacle that's in the far down corner of this sector. And yeah, if you just look at the chart here, is there anything in between that's very high between you? Well, you can see 700, 700s, but not really that much. So yeah, you're right to say that you need to stay at least at 3,700, but yeah, it's really area specific. There might be just some tower very far away in that sector.
There was this rule with the
with the flying, with the VFR flight. Yeah, that's true. We're not going to talk about that just today because you're saturated in your mind, I guess.
But it was also for higher altitudes than this, right?
Yeah.
Over 5,000 or higher.
3,000 above 3,000 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you stay
I'm
below
going to
that,
stay
you're
at 2,500.
Very good.
It was something with 5.
Very good. Very good.
Okay.
You remember a lot.
Yes, well. Where were we again? Oh, yeah. Bakersfield traffic, yellow Skyhawk currently at runway 16 for departure with a heading of 250 degrees. Bakersfield traffic. Woohoo. Okay. So we're doing it.
Very good.
That was really enthusiastic.
Very good. Yeah, I'm excited. It's always good to have you in the cockpit.
Yes, it is. I like it to fly together.
Digital is going to Taft as well on PilotEdge, so he's awaiting you at the destination airport. Yeah, it's a direct flight, Digital.
Okay.
All right, let's see you taking off.
Yes. Okay.
Very good. Dance on the pedals. Keep it centered. Good. Very nicely controlled there. 60 and pull. Nice takeoff. Mrs. Uncertified.
I have a very good teacher.
Well, you also got some intuition, flight aviation intuition here. The force is with you.
Whew. Let me see.
Nice climb, very good.
So it should be like 1300, right? Altitude, something like that.
Yeah, that's good. And you're at 1,000 feet above the ground. I mean,
okay, then like
yeah,
around
sure.
here, I would like to make the
Sure.
turn to 250.
Very good.
Do I have to say again that I'm leaving the airport? Or?
That's really kind. Yeah, I would just to help others.
Bakersfield traffic, yellow Skyhawk, leaving the traffic pattern. Bakersfield traffic.
Good.
Okay, so this should be my heading, something like
Yeah,
this.
very good.
This is one of the highways, I think. And just this one.
Well, that's always the toughest bit, because how do you distinguish between a highway and a usual road? First try to stabilize first fly the aircraft, because otherwise if you're peeking around, you're going down and up. So first things first. First get to your cruising altitude. You're flying the direction that you're flying towards, so that's good.
Yeah, and I wanted 2,500, so...
So do that first. And there's one additional measure that you can incorporate in your navigation. For example, how much time do you need to fly until you can reach the highway? So you're now...
clock.
Yeah, for example, and you're now using... You just check the highway within 3 seconds after takeoff.
Yeah, that's true.
And perhaps it's a bit too early. It could be a minute or so, or a couple of minutes, or... But it's always best to first focus on stabilizing flying the aircraft first. This is perfect. Are you flying full power or not?
No. Want me to?
Well, it's always best to climb with full power.
Okay.
It's indeed grey, foggy little weather there.
So, well, actually 2,000 seems more than enough, right?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
So let's do that.
The only advantage of flying a bit higher, but I don't think that it really matters that much in case of your flight, is that you would see a bit more because you're flying higher. So in terms of VFR flight, there is an advantage of flying a bit higher. Very good. First trim so that you're hands free. Let's see if you can do that. Good. Very good.
Hey, that's one of the... Oh no. Is that an airport, a small one?
I don't know. I didn't see it. Nicely trimmed. Honey bun.
Okay. So, now I should be...
Now you got some hands-free time, and now you can say, okay, you can gather your situational awareness. Where are we? What are we doing? And now you can, for example, look at how much time it would take to get to the highway, for example. Perhaps you can even let go of the yoke. I don't know. Also a trick. Yeah, good one.
7 minutes. Okay.
How many
But
minutes?
if I let go, it goes up, right?
Oh, then you are not. Then you're not trimmed. So the goal of trimming.
Yeah.
The goal of trimming is to fly hands-free.
Okay.
So you give a little bit more power. So we now need to still push down on the yoke.
Yeah.
So that means that you need to relieve that forward pressure of the yoke by moving this thing up.
Okay, we're...
Yeah, very good. So it's almost like your manual autopilot almost, that trim. So we're going up, so yeah, exactly, down, 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 exactly.
Okay.
And now it needs to go up a bit. Right. And down a bit again.
The
Yeah,
plane keeps going to the left.
yeah, that's a usual tendency.
Oh, that's what you explained to me, right?
Yeah.
With the
What you can do is just use your feet. Give a little bit more
Oh, yeah.
right rudder. A little bit of nose down trim again. What's happening is because you're also not climbing anymore, your speed increases. And because you're going faster, then the airplane likes to go up again. And that's why you're continuously trimming here. So that's why it can be helpful just to use a little bit of your yoke to keep it center, and now trim, and then gradually a little bit nose down, I think, nose down. And we're gonna remove the yoke, and then we let go. You can see?
Yeah, but it keeps going like this.
To the left.
Yes, but also down now.
Yeah, tiny bit. It doesn't, well, eventually there are always fluctuations, so a little bit, for the smaller differences, you can just use the yoke, but it's just the general.
Okay.
So now you're going up, you need to go the other way up.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have no idea whether we spotted the lake.
Well, not yet. We're not past 7 minutes yet. So
No?
No.
Did we set the clock?
I'm looking at the clock there. Just the time is 4 minutes past 8 in this case.
So, what's the thing with the beacon?
So what's the thing with the beacon? So we got the beacon there. So it's already set to 2. That's already good. We set it at 250, and what the instrument is now telling us, we are at the center. It's saying that our desired track, our 250 track, is actually to the left of us. So although we're flying 250, the actual 250 towards the beacon is left to us.
Okay.
So what we need to do is fly a little bit to the left. So let's fly 200, for example. So let's fly, or south even. Let's fly south, exactly south. We're going to fly to the left. And we keep this thing at the 250 because that's the radial that we are interested in. And let's see what happens. Very good. This is a good first exercise. Oh, yeah, really nice, nice and stable here. The weather is clearing up, so it seems. I think this is the highway, perhaps. This looks like a really big thing. But let's just fly the radial first, just have some fun. You can already see in the distance there.
Oh, yeah.
A bit of the hills there, so.
Yeah, so
okay,
this is
so it's south, and we just keep this thing. So we're
yeah,
now.
so now it should go.
Yeah, yeah. So let's just wait. We're still not there. So we're still catching that radial. That's what we're actually doing. So you can also project that imaginary radial here on top of this heading indicator. This is the radial that we like to fly, right? That direction. So we're flying now towards that needle. So let's see what it does. Just need to have some time there. And eventually you will see this needle just go in. And once it's in the center, then that is the exact 250 radial. And if we just keep flying like this, it will go to the other way, swap to the other side. I guess this is just more difficult to explain. And if you just fly it, then you got an intuitive understanding. This is what it does. So we just keep flying like this until we see that the needle is already a little bit moving towards the center. Then we can already start making a little bit of a right turn. And I'll show you. Quite stable flight, looks good.
Am I going faster now? Like a not.
Yeah, it's good. You can go a bit faster if you like. Your engine sounds a bit like you're in a traffic pattern, so you can go a bit faster. That's okay. I'm already noticing that that needle of the VOR is very slowly creeping towards the center. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
So
Or a
that's
little bit.
So that's a good sign. We're getting nearer to that track that we're flying. That
Okay.
250.
By the way, I didn't hear digital. I'm just wondering if the communication thing's working.
Well, it is, but perhaps he's just waiting for us to reach Taft before he jumps in the cockpit. I don't know.
Oh.
We should be able to hear him because we're on the right frequency.
Yeah.
That's totally right. So you can see it's very slowly coming in.
Yeah.
So that's good. Ah, he's not in the air yet. He's doing his pre-flight.
Okay. Yes.
So in a way what we are doing, just keep flying, we still have some way to go, we're still not on that radial, so just to again visualize what we're doing, if you have the mental capacity left to do it.
Yeah.
So if you look at the map here, can you?
Yeah, I'm looking
Oh,
at
yeah, at the top there. You can see that that is the radial that we're trying to fly, that's the 250 heading towards the beacon, and we're flying now downwards to catch it, to fly on top of it. So if we keep flying, we
south.
swap.
Yeah,
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 exactly.
yeah.
That's the idea.
Okay.
And we're still not there yet. It's still to the left of us here. So yeah, see if I can go a bit faster, I guess. A little bit more power. Yeah.
Okay.
You can already see the mountains there in the distance, so that's a good sign. Oh, changing weather. Might even fly a little bit lower then, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. Good, very good. Still not there, it's creeping in the needle, it's almost in the center.
She looks scared.
I guess she's focused.
This is my casual Sunday face.
Almost there, needle is almost in the center. Now, and if we
Okay.
keep flying like this, that thing would just go to the right, because then it says, well, you passed it, right? So the idea is, when it's in the center or almost near the center, you can then turn to that 250, and then you're exactly on that radial inbound to that.
Okay. Okay.
So around here, make that turn to the right.
Yeah?
Yeah, go to 250. So now the instrument is saying we're flying exactly now over the ruler. We're passing that direction. So that means that if we would now fly 250, then we're exactly flying along that direction towards the beacon.
Yeah, okay.
And there you go, 250. Now it should, because we're exactly flying 250, that needle should kind of stay center. It's now saying it's a little bit to the right of us, right? We are the center. So our track 250 is a bit to the right. So we could also fly a little bit to the right side of 250, and you will notice that the needle will then go back to the center because we are flying towards it.
Yeah.
So like this, and you keep it at this heading. So you're now flying a little bit to the right side of 250, right? Look at the heading indicator. So if it's right, this needle should now very slowly creep in. So we're flying now on that radial. The fellow's VOR is somewhere right in front of us, far away.
Okay.
And in between us and the VOR, there should be the airport. What if we look at the map? It's somewhere exactly on that line. Taft is over here.
Yeah.
So the only thing that we have to do now is just look outside. We should fly right over it.
Okay.
Some mountains there in the distance. We should also spot a city. Apparently it's called Ford City, Taft City, but
So I should be going more to the left, right? Because the
should go
needle should go to the left.
No, you're flying. We are the center.
Yeah.
So we need to fly towards the needle.
Oh,
So we
okay.
need to go a little bit to the right. So you're flying pretty good. Give a little bit more power, I think. You can hear
Yeah.
it. So a bit low. Yeah, the clouds are low, right? So you're doing a great job there. But the lower we fly, the harder we can see the airports. So you're doing a great job. We're flying very near to that radio.
Hey.
Taft traffic, Skyhawk
Hey,
Papa Delta
it's
Delta,
digital.
taking off runway 07, left crosswind departure, Taft.
Is this? No.
I see a bridge there to the right. And we know, I mean, the hills are still far away, I think. But can you imagine, it's now much more easy because you know it should be somewhere over here,
Yeah.
right? So the radial, the VOR beacon is helping you. What's also interesting is that if you look at the VOR, it also gives you a distance from the VOR, and it's 28 nautical miles. So what I can also
Yeah,
do is
yeah.
then go to the map, if you catch my drift.
Taft traffic,
catch
Skyhawk
drift.
Papa Delta Delta, turning left crosswind, runway 07, and will
28.
depart to the northwest.
We are
Taft.
very close. Oh, damn it.
So how?
We are now on this edge. This is 28, so we are here. We're still in front of Taft. We're
So
somewhere around
how
here.
long is this?
And that's 28 nautical miles. And from our current position to the airport, that would be 6 miles.
But then we're already over it, right? If this is 28 miles and we need 27, then we're over it.
No. This is, what you see here, is how many miles we are now away
Yeah.
from the VOR.
But you said that from the VOR to
Yeah.
Taft is 28
No.
miles.
It was from our current position.
Ah,
So we still have a few miles. So we're exactly, it should be somewhere around here.
okay.
Should be close.
By the way, Digital Aviator is using the runway I didn't want to use. So then we need to do a traffic pattern. Damn you. No.
Yeah.
So now.
Can we spot the airport? We should fly pretty much over it. I mean, you're now exactly on the radial. You can also see that you're not flying 250 right now.
Yes, but that was. Oh, so now I need to again do 250.
Yeah, because now it's centered. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do we see it somewhere around here?
I want to spot it. If you see it, don't tell me. Well, tell me eventually, but.
It's so hard to spot those aircraft or to spot those.
I'm using. What's he saying?
He's using runway 25 for the patterns. That's what he's saying.
Oh, that's a good one.
So that's a good one.
Oh, sorry, then Digital.
Very good. Now you're flying 25. Very good.
Yeah, so straight in front of me should be the.
Yeah, it should be.
By the way, I'm flying then way too low for the traffic patterns, right? Because it was almost 2,000 feet. Like the airport was 7 something.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see what the weather is doing. Perhaps we need to underfly the weather just a tiny bit. So let's see what's the distance. 24 nautical miles, as you can see. Again, let's look at the map.
No, but I want to see how far it is from the
Yeah.
airport to the.
From the airport to the.
Yeah.
From the airport to the is 21 nautical miles.
So 2 miles.
Exactly. So we still have 2 miles to go, and then we're overflying the field.
Yeah, so I should see it, right?
Almost, yeah. Let's see.
And it should be right in front of me.
Yeah, I think so.
I have a feeling this is a where's the lake kind of situation.
Yeah, we already passed that, I think.
No.
The lake we already passed. but
No,
the,
no,
but
no. The
airport
one,
is
you
here.
know, the episode where I couldn't
Oh,
spot the
that
lake.
one.
where-
Sky Papa Delta Victor Alpha overflying the field towards the south at 2,000 feet and will be joining the left downwind
Bit
for runway
off. So it's by
25.
a bit to the right.
Left.
So the actual desired track is a bit to the right. So perhaps the airport is somewhere over there. Let's see if we can find it.
Is it there?
Oh, it might. I don't really spot it just yet. Okay, guys in the chat, look with us. We're spotting that airport. What did I say? 21 nautical miles, right?
Yes. So,
We're
1.
pretty much there. Yeah, so it should be right on top of us. So I don't see it somewhere here. So perhaps let's fly a little bit to the right here. Perhaps we also see digital flying. Look to the right. Can we see it? This is a great. You can see a city here, by the way. All kinds
Yeah.
of trees and buildings. So this is it. It's very close. We're like Columbus flying around. Make a right turn. Let's see.
No, but I wanna.
So you can ignore the entire. We have reached. I can see an air. There's an airplane. I think
That's
that's.
digital.
Left traffic, Skyhawk Papa Delta Victor Alpha.
Where is the
joining
airport?
the
Where
left
is the
downwind
damn
runway
airport?
25
There-
for
is it
to
that?
go left.
Here?
Oh, it could be. So I zoom in. If you look at it.
Yeah.
I think it is. Oh, here. Your digital is really close. No, it's just a road. Oh, there it is.
Crap. Where?
Is it this? Let's look to the right. Fly to him.
I don't know.
This is exciting. This is cool. This is actually real spotting outside. Good. We can also see here hangar-like thingies. Is this it?
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Is it it?
I think so. I see the marks on the runway.
That's a good spot. Yeah, good one.
Okay.
That's the airport.
So now I'm entering the traffic
Yeah.
pattern without.
Well, you can.
Left traffic, Skyhawk Papa Hotel Victor Alpha turning left base runway 25, touch and go left.
But wait a minute, I'm lost.
So here's
Runway
the
two-
runway.
yeah.
Yeah. So you
So-
now need to fly that direction, to the right.
Sorry, digital, if I'm in your way.
And now you would enter the left downwind.
Is it left-handed then?
Yeah, left downwind. Oh yeah, that's a good one. We didn't check. I don't see RP
Yeah,
there, so it's
okay.
left. Yeah.
So, what do I need to do?
You're now flying on the left downwind for runway 25.
I'm completely lost. Where?
So the
I don't know.
airport is now here downside us, somewhere over here. So what you can do is just, you got the heading bug here at 25. So this
Yeah.
traffic pattern flying. So that one on the downwind.
But I'm not on the right side, right? I need to make
Left
it.
traffic, Skyhawk
Oh.
Papa Hotel
You're
Victor
right- you're
Alpha
on the
turning
right
final
side.
runway 25, touch and go left.
So if you fly like this, I will show you. So the heading bug should be at the bottom, because then we're flying downwind, like this. If you now look over your left shoulder, farther away, farther to the left, just turning your head.
Yes, I didn't see anything.
Just turning your head only. There, you can see the runway there. It's over there. There's the runway. There's the runway.
Oh,
So you're now on
yeah.
the downwind, so now you're turning to left base.
Okay. What's the TEF traffic? Yellow Skyhawk turning base on runway 25. TEF traffic.
Very good. Now let's see.
I'm completely lost.
It's orientation. And now you
Oh,
now,
yeah,
now
yeah,
you,
yeah,
now you
yeah,
get
yeah.
the drill, I guess. Let's see if you can make this still.
TEF traffic, Yellow Skyhawk turning final runway 25. TEF traffic. I'm not ready yet for Cat 1. Oh, I see
Just make-
digital.
Yeah, you can see digital.
Can I make this, or is that too?
I think it's quite ambitious, but you can try.
But
I
no,
mean,
but in a safety way for him.
What do you mean?
Won't I
Yeah,
crash into
yeah,
him?
I think you will crash into him. So I
Left
think-
traffic, Skyhawk Papa Hotel Victor
I would
Alpha
say
on the
just-
go runway 25 for touch and go
I
steps.
think I would just take off and not land here. You don't have any flaps. You're going 100 knots.
Okay.
So I would just say full power. And what you can do is just turn around right away.
Now I'm making the pattern, right?
Yeah, but
Oh yeah.
here, digital is here in front of you. So you can, if you just go, you just sneak just in front of him. So you just turn around to the left until the heading bug is at the bottom, and then you're at downwind, and you just try again. Very good. So I would suggest just to report that you're on the left downwind in just a second.
Deft traffic, Skyhawk Papa Hotel Victor Alpha turning left crosswind runway 25, touch and go,
To the
Deft.
right. Good, very good.
Deft traffic, yellow Skyhawk, downwind, runway 25, deft traffic.
Very good. And now focus again. So,
Flap.
very good. There's the runway, did you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over here, you can see the numbers.
Okay. Deft traffic, yellow Skyhawk, turning base, runway 25, deft traffic.
Very good. Okay, watch that speed a little bit.
Deft traffic, Skyhawk Papa Hotel Victor Alpha
Very
turning
good.
left downwind runway 25, touch and go,
Then watch
Deft.
that runway. Watch that runway. What are we doing?
Yeah.
They're a bit high, less power, I think.
Deft traffic, yellow Skyhawk, turning final runway 25, deft traffic. Wow.
Yeah, cut that power, cut that power. Are you going to make this?
Yes, I don't do it.
Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, this will be okay.
Yeah? Oh, you think you're going to do this?
Yeah.
Always be ready to give full throttle again. If you think you're not going to make it, you can
Don't be so negative.
Oh, look at her, look at her. You're not there yet.
I know. Sorry, it was a bit bumpy.
We made it. We survived with a few whiplashes and a few... We're on the center line.
There was so much time left to take a bit more time. There's so much runway left.
But you did it. You did it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh,
Sorry, sorry,
no,
sorry.
Small deflections, small deflections.
Sorry.
Oh, we
Deft
made
traffic, Skyhawk Papa Hotel Victor Alpha turning left base runway 25, full stop, Deft.
it. Very good. And we can just taxi off of the runway. You can... Shall I raise your flaps?
Yes, please. Like here or? Yeah.
Well, whatever you like, yeah. Or at the back, it doesn't really matter as long as you park it somewhere where you think it's looking cute. GBB, phew. Yeah. Well, I was actually quite impressed by how you still managed to land, by the way.
Wait a minute. Deft traffic, yellow Skyhawk, left to runway 25 for full stop, deft traffic. Yes, I'm good at making weird landings.
Deft traffic, Skyhawk Papa Hotel Victor Alpha turning final runway 25, full stop, Deft.
This is slightly crashing into them.
No, you're doing great. I think you're now off of the pavement. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Not too much,
This
not too much, not too much.
Car is getting... This is a weird...
I think you're skidding over the earth.
Like
This is good. Very good. Lights off, yeah. Avionics off. No.
Wait.
Sorry. Nice. You suffocate the engine in a way.
Good night.
And good night. Good. We made it. We made it. That was tough, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was tough. And the VOR helped. I mean, what happened, I think, was also at the beginning of the flight that you were taking a lot of time just to trim.
Mr. or Mrs. Valerius, it doesn't have a lot of trust. R.I.P. Not like this.
Good job, though.
Yes.
Good job, though.
Yes.
We made it.
We made it. Not the best landing I've ever done, but...
But the difficulty, there were multiple difficulties. Because first you have the navigation, finding the airport,
Yeah,
and then
no,
also how to enter the airport. So
that was difficult, and
so
I just
all
got...
things...
I
yeah.
couldn't enter my brain segment of the traffic patterns at that point
But
anymore.
I really loved the fact that you were still doing your position reports while we went in. So we're flying all over. We're on downwind. We are. Oh, that was really nice. And thank you, Digital, for making room there.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Was awesome.
Yeah.
So shall we just review? I'm very curious to see if that's all right with you.
Yeah, sure.
Let me see.
Hey,
there's digital. Let's just wave at him. Digital, thanks. Let me see. PilotEdge, disconnect.
Disconnected.
41 people on board.
Oh yeah.
41 people with whiplashes now.
Let me see. So this was your track. Let's have a look.
Yes, it's a little bit bumpy here.
All right. So this was where we were coming from, right? There's Bakersfield. And here you were making that left turn to catching that radial, right? And here we were in the center of the radial, and then you're making this turn, and then you were flying this way around. And then we were, so we were a bit to the side of the airfield. But look how that is tucked in. It's so hard to visualize and see where it is.
Yeah.
So that's still a tough exercise, a tough call. But then, let's see. So you came in. We saw the airport. What did we do? So we made that right turn here. Oh, let's go down a bit. Yeah, and this was kind of like a downwind. So you can see here we were a bit too close here to the airport. So you went back. I think here. Yeah. And then you tried that first attempt here to get in, I think.
Yeah.
Let's have a look how that went. Like so, and shift 4. Where are we? Let me see. Yeah, this was your first attempt, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Which is not that bad if you look at it, but you didn't have any flaps in, as you see here. So you were like 100 knots, I think.
Yeah.
But it was so much to do. And you also did still did your position reports, so there was a lot on your mind. Ty, this is not a plugin. This is part of X-Plane actually. Just hit Control P. Control P will give you that visualization, and hit it a couple of times. It's a cycle through feature. So there you go. A little bit up here. Oh yeah, here you decided just to do a go around because you're going that fast. And that's not bad at all to do that.
Safety first.
Safety first. Talking about safety, let's see how you put this bird down. There we go. Flaps in. Yeah, so 4 wides.
I'm going way too fast, right?
You're going really fast and really high.
Yeah. So Pete showed from the side. Yeah.
So you got a lot of energy under your wings, and now you need to get rid of it because you're still going too fast. The Cessna wants to go up.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit of a bump, but it's not too bad. We would not have broken our backs.
That's a bare minimum threshold.
I want to see it again, but now in slow-mo. So let's see it from the center line. Yeah, so you're making a wiggle here. You're correcting. Then first that wheel. I mean, this is something that the Cessna can still handle. Now you're pulling on the yoke, or you still were going so fast that these guys were like, I would like to go up. I'd like to go up.
Yeah.
But on the runway.
Yeah. Then there was a little bit of drunken steering.
Drunken steering. Yeah.
But okay.
Good job.
Not too bad.
Let me see if I can still like this. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, just a quick review, very quick. What is one thing that you like to improve on for the next? What's the topic? What's the focus point? You think? Well, that's
navigation.
Just navigation.
Yeah, spotting the airport, navigation, and then also entering the traffic pattern because it was really not on my mind. And
it took me 2 months to learn that. I could not wrap my mind around, because if you're entering the airport, you first need to figure out what runway are we going to fly at, what altitude, and how are we related towards. I mean, if we're coming from this direction, does that mean that we're entering the left or right downwind? And how it's
well, we should have practiced that a bit more
exactly.
before.
Yeah, you can rehearse that, and then you know what to do. Yeah. In terms of navigation, the only thing was that initially when you were departing, you were trimming a lot with the airplane.
Yeah,
and that's when we lost the entire track.
Yeah,
so, but that's the only thing. But in terms of VFR navigation, that's your first try.
Yeah, navigation remains difficult for me. But that's I think the biggest. I mean, landing this was not a good landing, but I can do much better than this. So
Sure, sure. But again, you had so much on your mind. I can totally understand. And just given the information overload, that you still managed to land, that's quite an achievement.
You wouldn't have done it, right? You would have overflown the.
The second one, yes, still I think. Yeah, it was. I felt too hasty. So the fact that you did manage to get it on the ground says something.
Living on the edge.
Living on the edge. I actually, because we still have some, I would like to fly just a little bit. Is that okay?
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we swap seats?
Shall we have like a minute break?
Sure. You can also do something else if you like. But yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay,
break.
guys. How many break? 1 minute? 2 minutes? 2 minute break, guys, and then I will take seat and we just do a few patterns here at Taft.
Okay. See you later.
Hello, guys.
Hi.
Swapped seats. Mrs. Uncertified is here to the right of me. And we're flying her default 172. I'm not going to reload into the reality extension pack. Just felt flying on my own.
Thanks for the follow.
Texas, thank you. Happy Sunday, guys. Good to see you all here. Well, all right. Yeah, just some flying. I'm getting flying sparks, bugs when I see you fly. Yeah, so we are at Taft, non-towered airport, not a lot of stuff going on here. And I just suggested to Mrs. to fly back to Bakersfield.
Yes.
Which would be a good exercise, I think. Let's go back. Let me see. Would you like to do the planning? Or not? Oh, you can just do your thing. A little bit of fresh air or... Good. Man, it's so cold outside now here in the Netherlands. My gosh. Digital group flight? Yeah, sure. You can join in. We'd like to go back to Bakersfield, non-towered field, Bakersfield. So we are currently here at Taft.
Yeah.
And we need to go to Bakersfield, where we just came from.
Yeah.
So if you just fiddle around with how we could do that, if you like. If not,
Yeah,
I can take over.
No.
Then I will do the checks here with the aircraft. Is it good?
Okay.
So we can do two things at the same time? Okay.
Yes.
Let's reset her. Yeah, so marginal VMC, look at those clouds.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the map and thinking, okay, step one. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, please share your thoughts and your feelings, because we were all quite curious to see what's going through your mind when you're doing this. And it's hard. VFR flying is hard. I was also thinking, now while I'm progressing through my IFR training, I mean, you need to know a lot, all of the procedures, but all of the creative thinking is being done for you. With VFR flying, you need to think altitudes and what's safe and what's handy and rehearsing and stuff. Well, IFR also requires some rehearsing, but batteries on. Yeah, the sounds sound like default laminar. What are we doing? Yes, lip is on. Perhaps the yoke was not really. Perhaps that explains your left tendency.
Oh, you were flying with difficult circumstances.
You were, yeah, it's a bit off center. You were flying with handicapped.
I told you that it was going to the left. Like there was a heavy wind.
But
or
usually it also goes to the left. But this was a little bit too extreme. So yeah.
Yeah. So now you get the easy circumstances.
Now it's going to be a breeze to fly. Ignore.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
Next.
Ignore.
No. I was talking
That's how we do things around here.
Oh, no. No, I appreciate your opinions and thoughts and things. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, this is better. Okay. Fuel tanks. There we go.
Wait. Whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
No.
I need to connect to PilotEdge, by the way, and I'm gonna change my
So which runway do you want to take?
Well, what do you suggest?
Connected to PilotEdge.
Runway. Yeah, do we want to pay attention to the weather or?
Traffic, Skyhawk, Papa Alpha, taking off runway 07.
Okay.
Taft.
07.
Yes.
Okay.
Good choice. Digital. Good choice.
Oh, there he goes. I'm gonna follow him.
Yeah.
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 And Taft traffic. Skyhawk Papa taking Mike is following the other Skyhawk to the runway. Taft. All right. Everything is moving.
Did you set
hang
everything
indicator.
appropriately?
No. I'm expecting you to do so.
No. Okay.
But we have the comm radios, right? Those are the same.
Yes, but yeah. One 115.4.
And Taft traffic, Sky Papa Delta Tango Mike is on the upwind. 07, number 2. Taft. There we go. Digital front, strobe lights on, landing lights on.
Okay, so the beacon should be working.
Taft traffic, Skyhawk, Papa Alpha,
do we want to do anything
area
else?
to the northeast. Taft.
Let me see. What did you say, darling?
Well, do you want something more than just the beacon being set?
I don't know. What do you
Because
suggest?
you don't need a heading indicator for the beacon, right? Because it tells you with this thing what you need to fly. So
Yeah, that's true. But now, obviously, it says from now because we're flying away from the thing, right?
Yes, but in terms of degrees, you don't need a heading bug, right?
No, not really. No, not really.
You could. What would be helpful though is to.
I'm gonna do a formation flight there with digital. Let's see how close we can get.
I'm not sure what his plans are, but.
Me neither, but double check.
I want to land on runway 34, so you could set your heading bug to that.
3-4. Can you do that perhaps?
Yes.
There's digital.
Like that.
Thank you.
Are you
Oh,
going
yeah.
to fly next to him?
Yeah, but we can do our own little
Formation
thing.
flying.
Oh yeah, it's amazing how fast actually, how low the latency is of the PilotEdge server. It's amazing. So let's see if we can see him sitting. Let's wave to Digital Aviator there. Oh yeah. Now I need to be very careful.
Yes, don't get us killed.
Yeah, we can see him sitting there. Yeah, so Mrs. Uncertified, yeah, what are we going to do? We're going to fly a heading? Or you set the heading to the runway
I set
heading,
the
right?
beacon and I set the heading for the runway. And it's left-handed, so you need to enter it at downwind, I think.
Yes.
And it's left-handed traffic pattern, so
Okay.
then that would make most sense.
Yes.
Yes. So, yeah.
Okay, and you said a beacon, you said?
Yeah.
And that's what beacon?
That is Bakersfield. No. Wait a minute. Shafter.
Shafter. Can you show it on the map? Oh yeah, there. There it is. Okay.
115. That's... No. Wait a minute. Yeah. E.
Echo.
Echo Hotel Foxtrot.
Very good. Yes. So you are suggesting that we're going to fly towards that beacon?
Yes. But...
Well, we could.
What?
okay.
Wait a minute. You want to enter it actually from a... Yeah, well... No. I don't
think
know.
it's a good exercise. You just fly to the shafter because then you can set the VOR if you like. We can fly to that beacon, and then from the beacon we can fly to the airport.
But I would be careful with that because then you're entering the airspace.
But we can fly higher than the airspace.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what we're doing now.
Let's. It's a good exercise for you to rehearse the VOR if you like. So what
Okay.
do we need to do with that little button there, the OBS, this little thingy here,
Yeah.
to know what heading we need to fly to go exactly to that beacon, and not looking at forward flight. You need to.
What?
So we were using this instrument.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. We were using this instrument to
Yeah.
get towards that radio beacon, right?
Yeah.
To that particular beacon. And I'm now giving you the assignment to figure out, just using here with the mouse,
Yeah.
this instrument to get the heading that we need to fly to get there.
Oh yeah.
I showed you, right? I can show you again if
Yeah,
you don't know,
no,
because
I
it's
think
fun.
So. I think I know. Okay.
So fiddle around with that. I need to stay at least 500 feet below these clouds, so I'm already not flying legal here.
Oh,
Very good.
2? No.
Very good.
Wait. Did you set it to 2 or to from?
What are we going? Are we going towards it or
Yeah,
from it?
towards.
Yeah, towards. So just keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. So somewhere there was a radial that we're now flying right on. What's this heading that we need to fly now?
2 degrees?
20 degrees. Yes.
20. Yeah.
20. So let's go 20. Very good.
Yeah.
Does that match? Kind of? I think it does.
Um.
And I would also suggest, I don't know what the clouds are doing, but I see a break in the clouds right now. Darling of darlings, I see a break in the clouds here. So shall I just circle up here so we can go higher than 3,000?
Yes.
Because otherwise I'm stuck there once we reach the Let's go up.
So, by the way, did anyone see Tomb Raider yet? The movie? It was really
Oh,
good,
yeah.
right? We went to see it yesterday.
Tomb Raider. That was
It
cool.
was really nice. Yeah.
That was cool. Yeah, it's just been out for 2 days or so.
Yeah. Did you like it?
Oh, Rizalux. Yeah.
Rizalux?
Yeah, we saw it too yesterday.
Yeah.
You could change the screen, by the way. If you
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah. No, it's okay.
What was the ceiling of the airspace of?
3,000.
Okay, so we're already above it right now. Look
Yes.
at this weather. This is looking really cool. There we go. Yeah. Look at that.
Nice.
I love the little misses there. On
Yeah,
the
yeah. So, how long should this take?
Very good.
It is about, I'll say 15 minutes, something like that. Okay.
And you have this trick. This, you can see here,
Oh, yeah,
distance.
yeah.
So we're now 15 nautical miles away.
And
So-
we're flying on a...
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm already making turns here, but let's see if we can circle on top.
Oh yeah, I know approximately where we are.
Yes?
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Let's right rudders here. Need to be at least 1,000 feet on top, so I think we're already scratching the surface here. PilotEdge is going live in 15. So you can see if I now
Yeah.
fly 20,
Yeah.
like we have indicated here on the OBS,
Yeah.
you can see that the nav says that our desired radial that we like to fly, that
Yeah.
yellow of the that white stripe, is actually to the right. So we are to the left of it, right? We are the
Yeah.
center.
Yeah.
So if we just keep flying like this, we are off track. The actual track is
Yeah.
somewhere over there. So
Yeah.
I'm going to fly a little bit right of that heading.
Okay.
How much?
Yes. So they're mentioning something, by the way, that I saw as well. There's here this.
Oh,
this-
good one. Very good. Yeah, and that's the bummer of this design of the cockpit, is that this dashboard is much too forward. That means that we don't have any power is generated. You can see the batteries is
possible?
draining. Because I didn't set this button. I forgot about that in the hurry. So if I turn my
Oh.
alternator on, poof,
Ah.
there it goes. That was a good observation by you guys. That was
So what-
sloppy and hasty.
What happens if you don't?
Well, the battery stops, and then once the battery stops, then the electrical system fails. So then the avionics shut down, everything shuts down, but the engine will still keep running. But we don't have
Okay.
any radio transmissions. We are done for.
Oh.
So you can see now that the needle is coming in,
Yeah.
because we're flying. If you look at the head, we should fly
Yeah.
0 to 0. We're flying to the right of that, so we're catching that needle. The needle is now coming in. We're catching it, catching it, catching it. It's almost at the middle. So now we're exactly on top of that 0 to 0.
And now we need to fly that.
And now we need to fly it, so we're right on top of it. Already past it now.
It's
so
still a bit weird, the thing.
yeah, it is. But it's a great aid. It helps you to even get around without any.
Yeah.
So,
But how? Sorry.
Yeah, so go ahead. Go ahead.
So how do you now know where the airport is if you're not looking at the
Well,
GPS?
if I'm not looking at the GPS, well, I'm now flying this radial, right? It's in the
Yeah.
center, so I know that somewhere in front of me there is
Yeah.
the VOR. Now I can look at the distance. 12 or well, almost 12 miles.
Yeah.
So 12 miles in front of me, there is the beacon.
Yeah, but that's not where we need to go, right? We need to go to the airport.
That's true. So I just
Yeah.
gave you this assignment just to work with this.
Yeah. Okay. Mhm.
With this exercise with the VOR, because that's really relevant. So
But it's yeah.
yeah, it takes some time to get used to, I guess. We're now exactly on that unique heading that the VOR is transmitting over there. The 020 heading, and we're actually a bit off of it because I'm flying. to the
Yeah.
we need to do this more. Practically speaking, it's just turning around this little thing, this knob, until this vertical thing is in the center, and then you read off what the heading should be that you need to fly right now to get straight to that beacon. And you can fly from beacon to beacon to get to your destination airport. That's kind of like what we're doing. But anyways, you're totally right. We're now flying to that beacon, and that's not really the plan. We like to go to Bakersfield. So once we are on top of the beacon, what heading do we need to fly to get to Bakersfield?
That depends a little bit what way we're entering. Right? If I don't know.
So there's the beacon there on top. So once we are on top there, once we are with our airplane, we are there.
Yeah,
what
but
heading?
that depends what.
No.
Yeah, well, south.
Yeah, exactly.
South-ish.
Can you use the ruler perhaps just to see what heading we actually need to fly?
Oh no. The triangle thingy, that's the beacon, right?
Yeah. I'm noticing that the overlay is not updating, so I will just fix that in just a second.
140.
140. Good.
Oh, sorry.
It doesn't matter. Screen. It's disconnected, so just connect it again. Yeah, there it goes. And now it works again. Yep.
The blue one, right?
The blue one, yeah. So we're now 6 miles away.
Bakersfield traffic, Skyhawk Papa Hotel Victor Alpha, 10 miles to the southwest. We're going to join the right downwind runway 16 for soft touch and goes.
Right downwind. He's flying the right downwind. Okay. What a beautiful weather. It's still marginal for you. I think it's marginal for you to
So,
see.
wait a minute, he said right downwind?
He said right downwind.
But for what runway?
I didn't really catch it.
Yeah, then it needs to be runway 16. Okay.
So still pilots can do whatever they like on an untowered field, and that makes non-towered fields quite dangerous or risky to fly. But according to the charts, what do we need to fly in terms of, do we need to fly a left or a right-hand traffic pattern on the Bakersfield? Thank you, Private.
Yeah, depending on which runway we want to use.
Yeah, so runway 16, it's going to be
right-handed.
It's right-handed. Yeah, I can see.
So we want to use that runway as well, and then we need to fly.
Bakersfield traffic, Skyhawk Papa Hotel Victor Alpha, 3 miles to the southwest, joining the right downwind runway 16, touch and goes.
Yeah.
Bakersfield.
Yeah,
140.
Okay. Well, many miles. We got 4 miles to go. You can see already here on the GPS if we cheat, you can see there's the.
Oh yeah.
So we're actually not really flying towards it. You can see that also that's what the VOR is sending us as well, right? If you look at this, we're flying too far right of the beacon, right? We should actually make a left turn.
Okay.
And that's what the instrument is saying as well. Look, it's
so
on the left side.
how can you see how much you need to correct now, or is it just trying?
Bakersfield traffic, Skyhawk Papa Hotel Victor Alpha, joining the right downwind on the 45 runway 16, touch and go. Bakersfield.
Well, actually, the dots represent how many miles, pretty much how many miles you are away from your desired track.
Okay.
But that's something that you should not really use in your case with VFR flying. We're very close now, 2 miles.
Yeah.
And what happens is, as soon as we cross the VOR, once we cross over it,
goes to front.
Yeah, exactly. It goes to front, and that's the and it also that needle moves away from us. That's what's happening. That's also what's happening right now because we're so close. The thing becomes a bit more unreliable. So we just wait until this thing flips, or we can just sneak at the GPS, and then we can fly our 140 heading.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Daniel, no, Uncertified is not a real life pilot. Well, you do fly sometimes, but
yeah, but it's just introductory flights. I'm not a pilot at all.
No.
Self-taught or community taught, I think.
Yeah.
By you guys teaching me how to fly. All right, when is it going to flip? Flip it, a flip it, a flip.
Bakersfield traffic, Skyhawk Papa Hotel Victor Alpha, turning right base, runway 16, touch and go. Bakersfield.
Come on. We can already make our turn, obviously, but just for demonstration's sake, let's just see.
Yep.
Yeah, from. Now we're
Ah,
extended.
yeah.
So let's make that turn. Such a nice area here, and also with the clouds. Look at that. I also have some new cameras set in, by the way. Let me see. For example...
Bakersfield traffic, Skyhawk, Papa Hotel Victor Alpha turning, final runway 16,
But you need to
touch and
go
go, Bakersfield.
below the clouds now, right? If you can.
Well, we can, but we're now flying on top of the VOR. And
Yeah.
that means that we're now overflying. Look there, there's the airport.
Yes, but you are so high.
Yeah, so we can already start the descent as long as we don't descend
Yeah.
through.
Yeah, no, but otherwise you can maybe enter
Exactly.
later on. So
Exactly. Very good. Very good.
can I change the heading buck already to the?
Sure. Yeah, please.
To the-
Thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Unable to find UID 3.
Oh, that's
What's
me.
that?
No, that's me.
So.
Thank you. Hey, that's 1.6 indeed. So yeah, I'm gonna go down already. So indeed, we got a bit of a problem here. So I'll zoom in with the GPS. We can see there's the
Yeah.
area of the airspace of Bakersfield Towered Airport. This is our destination airport. So we need to stay above 3,000
Yeah.
feet for this length.
So we might need to overflow it.
Yeah.
Overfly it and then do a traffic pattern and.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
And at the same time, can you already see Bakersfield Airport or destination airport?
No.
It's so tough.
It should be. Is it there?
Where? Point it.
Here?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So Digital Aviator should be somewhere over there already. Okay, we're going down. The actual
Bakersfield
Bakersfield
traffic, Skyhawk, Papa Hotel Victor Alpha turning right, crosswind, runway 16, touch and go, Bakersfield.
we should be able to see him here. He's just making that turn here to the left. It's hard to see from this distance, I guess. Yeah. We can also fly a bit to the left here, so we have a little bit more room to go down. We're still not cross the airspace.
But you can still descend
Yeah.
quite a bit, right?
Exactly, exactly. So you're totally spot on there.
Bakersfield traffic, Skyhawk, Papa Hotel Victor Alpha turning right, downwind, runway 16, touch and go, Bakersfield.
Let's see, where's the airport? Can we see it? No, it's just on our tail. There it is.
Oh, these are the new cameras.
Yeah,
Or-
no, this is
no.
just the keyboard, but I need to fix something else with the buttons, the sign buttons on
Oh.
my yoke. I'm doing weird stuff. I don't know what's going on. Going down 4,000 feet, so I think we're gonna make this. Don't you think? We're almost there.
Of course.
Almost at the edge. Go a bit to the left. We can also go to the right here. Do you think we can make that? Perhaps we can. PilotEdge is still not live, so technically we can just enter this airspace.
No, we
but
don't
that's
want to do that. You have to give the good example.
I think we can make this. Let's go a bit to the right. Still, we also have lateral.
Bakersfield traffic, Skyhawk, Papa Hotel Victor Alpha turning right base, runway 16, touch and go,
Just
Bakersfield.
on the edge here, there's Bakersfield. Yeah, we crossed it, right?
What?
Crossed it, I think so. Yeah, we have.
Well, but still, you can descend a lot
Yeah.
before we. So now it's okay.
Now it's okay, isn't it?
Yeah. So Daniel's asking if you ever fly airliners.
No, I don't. No, I'm actually not interested in airliners at all. I think that flying with small GA aircraft like the 172 here, especially VFR, is so much more exciting and challenging than just
Bakersfield
pushing some
traffic,
buttons
Skyhawk, Papa
and
Hotel Victor Alpha turning
watching the
final,
airplane
runway
fly
16.
itself. So no, I'm not that interested in.
Bakersfield.
I would want to do it.
You would like to do it, yeah. We
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
We should.
Well, what I would actually like to do is learn how to be the controller.
The controller, a control tower. Yeah,
That's-
you could do that. You could definitely do that. Well, yeah, we should think. Perhaps we can play Unicom or something like that. That you're on the CTF frequency at a non-towered airport, and you just play.
Yeah. And that you and Digital and Miniwebs and everyone.
That would be really cool. I would totally
Yeah.
do that. And you will be the control tower on that non-tower airport. I don't know if PilotEdge allows us to do so. Honeyman, we're
Yeah?
this big. How are we going to enter? What
Yeah,
yeah.
I would say it's right-handed traffic patterns.
Yes.
So
1-6.
yeah, so you're going. So I would go now downwind into the traffic pattern, because the traffic pattern is at 1,300 feet.
I would not do downwind. This is 1-6. You can see Digital is just over the nose there.
Yeah.
So this is the pattern that we need to fly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would
Oh,
say
yeah.
upwind
Yeah,
like this.
upwind,
And
yeah.
then because if we're now flying downwind, we're flying the opposite direction. Now, what I'm going to do is just go shortcut this. I should already have done so many more announcements. I totally forgot. Bakersfield traffic, Skypop Hotel Tango Mike. So we're flying the field at 1,000 feet. We're going to enter the right downwind for runway 16 for a touch and go. Bakersfield. And what's the traffic?
Touch and go.
Yeah, I'd like
Okay.
to.
Yeah. Well,
What's the traffic pattern altitude?
1,300, 1,400.
1,400. Yes, I'm already a bit too low. Okay. One notch of flaps. Let's use the flaps to get up. And Bakersfield traffic, Skypop Hotel Tango and Mike is on the right downwind. 16, touch and go. Okay, there's the runway.
Bakersfield traffic, Skyhawk Papa Hotel
Yeah.
Victor Alpha, turning right, crossway into runway 16, touch and go, Bakersfield.
Yeah, so
So
he's at the
behind you.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, show us how you need to land an airplane.
I
On the
will,
center line.
if you believe. Only if you believe.
I believe. I'm a believer. I'm a believer.
That's from Shrek, right?
Yeah.
Still, I would love to see all the Disney movies once more, but I think that once we start, after the first 10 minutes, we think, yeah, we already know. But I just like the idea. Could you set in another notch of flaps for me, perhaps? Bakersfield traffic, Skypop Hotel Tango Mike is turning right base, runway 16 for a touch and go, Bakersfield. All right, where is that runway? There it is.
Bakersfield traffic, Skyhawk Papa Hotel Victor Alpha, turning right, downwind, runway 16, touch and go, Bakersfield.
We're scratching that airspace here of Bakersfield to the left here.
Yeah.
Speed is a bit low. And Bakersfield traffic, Skypop Hotel Tango Mike is turning final 16, touch and go. Bakersfield. Watch that speed.
So how did they do that before there was GPS with determining whether or not you went into the airspace of another?
Visuals. So you just need to know. Study the map. There's a road crossing the edge of the airspace or something like that. It's just
a lot of work.
Local knowledge. Yeah. Oh yeah, there goes my. I didn't know what's going on there. I tested this, but apparently now my flap joystick button enables frame rates, which is not that exciting.
So you now have 3 flaps, right?
Yeah, I have full flaps now. 16. Nose up. Nose up. Proud, 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 proud. And slowly the nose. Wow, I had no steering at all. That's interesting. Flaps up.
Good.
There we go. Okay, one more lap and then I'm done. If you'd like to do
Bakersfield traffic, Skyhawk Papa Hotel Victor Alpha, turning right base, runway 16, touch and go, Bakersfield.
Bakersfield traffic, Skypop Hotel Tango Mike is on the upwind, 16, right hand traffic, full stop, Bakersfield. It's nice that digital joins in. Makes stuff a lot more interactive. It's cool.
I also like the traffic patterns that we did with like 4 or 5 people.
Yeah, man, that was
fun.
that was yeah. Challenging it was. All right, 300 feet below the traffic pattern. Bakersfield traffic, Skypop Hotel Tango Mike is turning right crosswind, 16 full stop, Bakersfield. It is nice scenery here, but it's not a beautiful day, but it's good enough.
It's a little bit depressing. The
Bakersfield
clouds.
traffic,
Yeah.
Skyhawk Papa Hotel Victor Alpha short final runway 16, touch and go, Bakersfield.
Alright. Bakersfield traffic, Sky Papa Hotel Tango Mike is turning right downwind. 16 full stop, Bakersfield. Could you give me one notch of flaps,
Yes.
please?
Do you ever fly twins?
Do I ever fly? No, I'm thinking about learning about that in the next season of my series, but I'm not sure. My entire cockpit is made for a single propeller airplane, and I'm also quite interested in teaching others to fly. So I'm not quite sure what the theme is going to be for my next season. I also like to finish the development of my own Skyhawk. So
Isn't it oh, what was it called? The economical.
oh, FS economy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also cool. But it's not. I don't think it's a theme necessarily that we can learn much about. It's just a nice addition to flying.
So it's not a real season then.
No, it's not really worth the season just basing that on FS economy. But teaching others would be cool. But I'd like to just find a way by which I can perhaps mentor or guide or teach others to fly remotely. Because this is obviously the best setting when you're sitting here near me here in the cockpit. But obviously there are so many more people like you, perhaps some of you guys in the chat that would like to learn on to fly on PilotEdge as well, IFR, VFR.
Bakersfield traffic, Skyhawk Papa Hotel Victor Alpha turning right, crossway into runway 16,
And I need to
Bakersfield.
find a way to do that remotely, which is a bit more challenging than I initially thought. And I would love to dedicate a season on that, to teach others
Yeah, that
to
would
fly.
be cool.
It's also very educational, I think. Could you give me one notch of flaps?
Yes.
Bakersfield traffic, Skyport Hotel Tango Mike is turning right base, runway 16, full stop, Bakersfield.
You talk so fast.
Yeah,
Bakersfield
too,
traffic,
too
Skyhawk
fast.
No,
Papa
no,
Hotel Victor
no,
Alpha
it's good.
turning right, crossway into runway 16, full stop,
It
Bakersfield.
sounds for real.
No, but it's actually not a goal to. I mean, you need to talk efficient, but not fast, because others need to know what you're saying.
Yeah, that's true. So I really like the stream you had on of the guy who's an air traffic controller.
Yeah, FGeek 1.
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
so much fun.
That guy was, when he was controlling and doing that exercise. I told you, I showed you when he was on there. Yeah, that was really cool. But he's doing a lot of just airline flight streams, which I actually do not prefer, but I really enjoyed his controlling exercise there. I would love to see him do.
Yeah.
But his profession is being a professional.
Yeah. So of course he knew what he was doing, but it was.
No, but also he's tired from work, so when he comes home, he's not going to again do controlling.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. But it was so much fun because he was so relaxed and casual, and
he had time.
Yeah, that was good.
It was really really amazing. Yeah. But so I also love all the other streamers. I mean, Rush for Airsim Gaming when
Bakersfield
he's
traffic,
making his own
Skyhawk Papa Hotel Victor
airplane.
Alpha turning right space, runway
There's so much
16,
expertise in
full
the
stop,
community. It's really
Bakersfield.
cool. I didn't do my announcement here because I'm chatting with you.
Yeah. I shouldn't bug the pilot.
No, I don't mind. I really like you being here in the cockpit.
Ah.
There we go. Could you raise the flaps for me?
Yes. Now you had 2, and last
yeah,
time you had 3.
because otherwise that data output just comes in, and I thought, well, no significant winds that I already noticed, so no crosswinds.
Bakersfield traffic, Skyhawk Papa Hotel Victor Alpha turning short final, runway 16. We have the traffic, runway inside
That was
Bakersfield.
a good addition. And Bakersfield traffic, Skyport Hotel Tango Mike is clear of the runway, taxiing back to the ramp. Bakersfield. There we go. Everything is set, lights off.
Oh,
anything
fast.
else?
No.
No, eh? No, this is it. Where are we going to taxi?
Choose a nice spot.
Choose a nice spot.
By the way, Gavin says that there is Copilot software.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, smart something else. Smart Copilot or something like that. That's true. And I've already have it installed, actually. But it's not perfect. I tried that with Digital Aviator as well a long time ago. And we had some fun, but it wasn't... I also know that PilotEdge is offering remote coaching as well, and they are using, I think, just Skype. You just put in a webcam at the student's room, or the student puts a webcam there.
Yeah, but it makes it a little bit...
But it's, yeah.
Yeah.
Where are we going to park? I think these are just only mainly for the bigger airplanes.
Bakersfield traffic, Skyhawk, Papa Hotel Vic
I would
Self
park with our
vacated
sign,
on
or
the
did we
Bakersfield.
already pass it?
Oh, with our sign. That's a good one. Yeah, it's over there. It's with the BP.
Yeah, it's a bit
I'm,
difficult.
no, I'm going to do that. It's a good call. It's to honor GBP.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in reverse. I think we should be parked the other way around, but let's ignore that.
No problem. Don't crash into the fuel.
No, it's not a good thing.
Go out with a bang.
Yeah. Go out with a bang. So let's see. Can we see it?
Yeah.
There it is. Uncertified Pilot Services. Oh, I really like it. Like Twitch.tv. That's so cool. That's really cool. Greg again. Awesome Easter egg there. Avionics off.
Brake.
Switch off.
Brakes.
And brakes. Yeah. And we can close that stuff off and the door open. And there we are. Ah, there's digital as well. Parking in front of us. That's awesome. Yeah, again, multiplayer flying on PilotEdge is so much fun. It's really, really cool. Waves. Yeah, we're waving back.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. So,
that's it.
I really enjoyed myself. It was good.
Good.
I just felt making an additional traffic pattern. That's
Yeah,
why.
that's okay, right?
Yeah, it was really cool. Thanks.
You can fly my airplane.
Yeah, it's yours. It is yours. But can you imagine there will be a time? I mean, you already flew the flight model that we're making ourselves, our own Cessna Skyhawk.
Yes.
But man, I cannot wait to really make the Blender version of that model.
Oh yeah.
And so we can actually fly our actual own made. Ah, cannot wait.
That's cool.
Cannot wait. But first IFR training. All right. Click, guys. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Again, I really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
It was a tough training flight, but you did good.
Ah, thank you. I have a good teacher. So.
Well, you're a good student. I really enjoyed it. And it's always fun to have you in the cockpit. Also as a co-pilot, by the way, and just flying. It's really, really cool. Guys, thank you for your support. Thank you for your encouragements, for the follows. Thank you, Gaben. Thank you for being here. Guys, next stream is going to be, I think, tomorrow or Tuesday or so. Then I'm going to practice an ILS approach once more, my second one on PilotEdge. And I'm going to do a sidestep procedure. So we're going to be assigned an ILS approach on LAX. And once we clear the clouds, I'm going to swap over to a parallel runway at the very end. A sidestep approach. It's really cool. Not a big deal, but that's going to be interesting. So that's going to be up Monday or Tuesday. So if you're interested in this content, hop over to Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. Find me. Search for Uncertified Pilot and give me a follow. I really appreciate that. And you will be notified of my flight plans. As always, happy flights and blue skies. Bye, guys. Palm Springs Tower, Skylink Hotel Tango, Mike is 10 miles north of the 3000. Information X-ray for a full stop, 91.3 left of that vehicle.
Papa Hotel Tango, India Mike, Palm Springs Tower, squawk 6250.
6250.
Papa Hotel Tango, India Mike, Palm Springs altimeter is 2985 radar contact, about 10 miles west of the Palm Springs VOR. Presently landing runway 31, you're requesting straight in for 13.
That's it.
Remember, correction, Papa Hotel Tango, India Mike, next straight in runway 13 left, and clear land, wind at 0905.
Clear land runway 3 left, Papa Hotel Tango, India Mike, thanks.
Palm Springs to Pilots 4658, slide 36 miles, time call, request clearance to Vegas S filed.
Palace 4658, Palm Springs clearance. Good afternoon. Unable to give you S-file, and I'll be forward to Stanley. Palace 4658 is cleared to the Las Vegas Airport. VFR Cathedral 1 departure procedure to Palm Springs. Victor 370 to 29 Palms. Victor 538. Cresso. Join the Cresso 3 arrival. Maintain 7,000. Expect flight level 2 405 in attack departure. Departure frequency 126.7, squawk 6316.
Palace 46582, cleared to Vegas via Cathedral 1, Palm Springs, Victor 37029, Palms Victor 538, Presso 3, initially climb 7000, expected for 0 5, departure 167, clock 6316 plus, which is
Pause 4658, readback is correct. Integrity Mike, taxi to ramp via echo and this frequency.
Taxiing to the ramp via echo, remaining on this frequency, Papa Delta Union Mike.
Ontario Tower, Cessna 237 Charlie Alpha, approximately 4 miles to the west, inbound to land.
Number 237, Charlie Alpha, roger, inner left, traffic. Left downwind, runway 26, left report base.
Enter left downwind for 26, left to report your base, 237 Charlie Alpha.
Charlie Tower United 242, on the visual for 20 right, will be turning for a right wish.
United 242, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind 17023.
Clear to land, to the right.
Here 520 Yankee Kilo, Palomar Tower, runway 24, clear to land, wind 210 at 1. Number 237, Charlie Alpha, runway 26, left.
Left base to land, 7 Charlie Alpha.
Palm Springs Run Plus 4658, East Trend to weather, going for taxi.
Pause 4658, Palm Springs, ground runway 31 right, taxi via Echo and Bravo.
Trail right via Echo Bravo 465.
Riverside Tower, good morning, November 290 Alpha with you on the ILS.
Number 2903 Alpha, Riverside Tower, good afternoon.